Usually when people are asking me about brain training, I think they expect that we're going to be talking about cognition, and I'm probably going to be talking about cognition maybe the least. Basically, the big thing with cognition is decision making, ignoring distractions, and managing emotions. So when you are in a game, you're going to be doing those three things all the time. Decision making, I think footballers at all levels practice decision making and ignoring distractions. It's something that like coaches throw into pretty much every warm up. In decision making, it's partly memory. So the most classic warm up I see is go for a run. When I shout one, everyone's going to jump up, and shout two, you're going to touch the floor. Three, you're going to, I don't know, do a star jump or a press up or something. That is essentially practicing decision making. When you get the information, can you remember what it's supposed to correspond to, and then make a decision to react to that? The other thing that comes with decision making that kind of ties into ignoring distractions is having a strategy or a goal and knowing when to execute it and when not to execute it. So when I was working with the guys at Chelsea, they had loads of really fun games, which was like two people would run for a ball, or when we were doing some acrobatics training, they'd be running for like a mini trampoline with the goal of they're going to run and jump on the trampoline, and both of them are running at the same time. So you're running for this football or trampoline or whatever the target is. But right before they get there, one name is going to be called out, and that is going to be the person who's going to actually go for it, and the other person is going to move away. And basically, the later and later that they waited to call the name out, now you've got the decision that like I'm going, but subconsciously, eventually, your brain starts going, right, well, what's going to happen if we're going full tilt here? What happens when we get to the ball and you're not the guy? We need to start making a backup strategy. And what that means is before they've even been told that they need to ease off, they've started actually subconsciously easing off. And that's counterproductive for what they're supposed to be doing. And so games like that where they would be both aiming for a ball, and then you hear the name means that person goes for it, and then they would add extra things. So the name followed by the other person's name would mean that the second person actually had to overtake, so like run over the ball before the second person would get it. Calling somebody's last name meant that they were not going to go for it, and yeah, just more and more complicated rules that mean that you have to kind of process this information and act on the information in real time. When it comes to assessing kind of cognitive capacities, there's a little bit that I can do in a one-on-one basis, but most of the time, what I'm going to find is I need to see that person in an actual game. And usually, if you want to see your cognitive function improve, actually you need to start improving all of these systems underneath. So if you're improving your visual system, if you're improving your balance system, if you're improving your proprioceptive system, if you improve your breathing, if you improve your memory, if you improve all of those things, you'll find cognitive function just starts to work better. And then the final kind of link in the chain is, are you actually assessing how you're moving and how you're thinking in the actual game itself? Because I can take you through loads of cognitive drills and see, can you react really, really fast to information that I give you? But what we know from a lot of studies is that you will just get better at doing that in the context that I've put you in. So if I'm asking you to remember a string of numbers, you'll be really good at remembering a string of numbers, but you're maybe not going to be so good at remembering all of the different tactics that you're potentially able to play in your game. So generally, the way I tell people to deal with cognition, if you're trying to improve it on your own, think about not improving cognition itself, but improve how the rest of your brain is functioning.